Hey, hi all. Very good evening. So let's start the session.
Yeah, hi Srikanth. Good evening.
Good evening, sir. Now, let me share the screen. Hope you all can see the screen, please. Can you please confirm it?
Yeah, yes, it's visible.
Thank you. Okay. Um, Now, before going any further, guys, I just wanted to give a quick introduction about myself. My name is Arjun Srikanth. You can call me anything. That's fine. And, you know, I'm having nearly around 15 plus years experience into the IT and IT in a sense, the completely corely into the development. And I'm passionate towards the training, and since past 8 years, I'm into the training. And my in entire this 16 years of my 15 plus years, 16 years of my career, like from past 9 years, I'm into 8 to 9 years, I'm into the AI. Okay, artificial intelligence, machine learning, deep learning, and generative AI. All these things have been implementing it. So that's quickly about myself. So I have my own projects running, as well as I'm giving the training sessions. So this is all about myself. Okay, and um, guys, please stop writing. Okay, now 1 second. Okay, this is all about myself. Now let's taking forward from here on. So we are going to deal with first 1 week or 3 to 4 days. We are going to deal with all our core concepts of or roadmap about the AI. So we will see what is AI, what is data science, what is machine learning, and what is generative AI, and what is deep learning and their relationship. We will see the life cycle of AI or data science, and we will see like a complete roadmap of end to end what are the things is covered in this session. Okay, so now apart from that, we are going to see like what is like relationship between all the three, like AI, ML, DL, and generative AI. We will see the life cycle of that, and we are going to implement the complete end-to-end roadmap. We are going to see. Of course, I will show you here and there some coding part, even though if you are very new to the stuff, still you can understand the code. That's how we will be going forward. Okay, so let's start with what is like first let me show you what are the things we are going to cover in this entire course. See, the course duration is 100 days. You know it very well, 100 days. Now again, 100 days in a sense, 100 classes. You can take it as 100 classes of whatever. Because usually what happens, we will initially we will start with 5 days a week. Then we will slowly, based on our requirement, we may extend it to the 6th day. Okay. And Sunday, we will not have the class. And only like 5 days a week initially, once we enter into the mainstream, and then we will make it as a 6 days of the class. And here in this course, now I will let you know what are the things will be covered. We will divide the entire program into 5 modules. Okay. What are like 4 modules you can take it as. First module, module 1. We are going to do the, actually Python. We will start with the Python. I will give the basics of Python. Okay, basic Python. And we are going to do the core Python. Okay. Now, again, I want to let you know very clearly, guys. See, 100 days is approximately 3.5 months. You can take it as. But, this may extend to the 4 months. Easily, it will extend to the 4 months. Entire program will be of 4 months. And 4 months is very difficult to cover everything. So, what we are going to do it is, first, 1 week to 10 days, we are going to learn the Python. Okay. Only 10 days, we are going to give it to the Python. And now remaining Python, we will provide you the videos. 170 videos will be there. And these 170 videos will be having a detailed understanding of the Python. So you can go through that 170 videos and you will be comfortable with that. If you have any queries, then you can let me know. I will try to explain that concept on the personal note, or I will take a special class for all of you. Okay, this is the way we will start with the Python. I will give you the basic Python and core Python, what is required for us. This will be in maximum 10 days. We will be finishing it. Then afterwards, we will go with the NumPy. We'll start with the NumPy and we are going to go with the pandas. Okay, NumPy and pandas. And after this, we are going to do the feature engineering. In this, I include the statistics. Okay, we include the statistics. And see, guys, here, very, very core concepts will be covered over here. What are the basic requirements, the very important core concepts we are going to cover it over here. How we are going to, identify the errors, how we are going to remove the errors, how we are going to do the encoding process. All these things we are going to cover it. Okay. And also we are going to write end-to-end implementation. Okay. I will give it as ML model. See, you should, this is my first module. So I want to let you know one thing is, in this course, our core concentration is our generative AI. So for generative AI, we require deep learning. Deep learning is mandatory. So once we are done with this, the basic first module, then we are going to jump into the deep learning over here as a second module. We are not going to do the machine learning. Remember this, this course doesn't include the machine learning module 2. Now, one thing you should understand here, I gave it, I'm very clearly mentioning that we are not going to do the machine learning. But why I mentioned ML? ML stands for machine learning. Why I mentioned the ML model? See, here when we are doing the feature engineering, guys, once you are done with the feature engineering, I'm going to implement end-to-end feature engineering along with the ML model. Along with the ML model, we are going to do the end-to-end feature engineering. Okay, and this is done with the help of ML model. Again, we are not going to go with the very deep into the ML, but coding wise, I will make you perfect. Coding wise, you will be perfect with this. I can guarantee that. Even though we are not touching the ML, but coding wise, you can easily manage the ML. Okay. And now in the module 2, we will enter into the deep learning. Okay. Now in the deep learning, we will start with what is deep learning, what is perceptron, what is ANN, artificial neural network, what is like, I will say it as optimizers, activation functions. Here itself, we will see the activation function. Optimizers, and we are going to do some forward propagation. Okay, and backward propagation, or they will call it as back propagation or backward propagation. And we are going to cover the tensor flow. We are going to cover the Keras. And we are going to look at the image processing and CNN, convolutional neural network. And then we are going to look out some like dropout layer and patch normalization layer. And we are going to see some max pooling layer. Okay, max pooling layer, all these things. Okay, so these all you will be covering the first part of your deep learning. Okay, this is your first part of your deep learning. And actually, these two should be coming. Okay, I'm going to take this. We are going to do it this one over here. Start. Okay, because without doing this, we can't get into the this one also, ANN. We can't get into the ANN, and here we will understand the activation. Okay, just these are the ones we are going to cover it. In the module 2, there will be something called as module 3. In the module 3, we are going to, now this deep learning has the two major components. One is called as computer vision. Second one is the NLP. So this is nothing but our deep learning with the computer vision. We are doing the computer vision. Now, what do you mean by computer vision means? You are going to give the computer the vision to see the things and identify the things. Okay, that is what exactly the deep learning computer vision will be doing over here. So now next one is like your system will identify the things, guys. So here what you are going to do it is you are going to give a lot of data to the system, and it will go through the data. And if you show a new picture, the model will try to identify that what is that picture is. Okay, that is what is computer vision is. Now, then there is second part of the deep learning that is called as, I will give it as NLP, natural language processing. What is this natural language processing is? You know, it is you are making your system understand your language. Okay, you are making your system understand your language. Now you can see this Google Assistant and the Siri and Alexa. All these things are like they can, you speak and you give a command, it will understand the things. That is nothing but your NLP, okay? Natural language processing. In the natural language processing, first we are going to learn the what is NLP, okay, and then we are going to see the um, like NLP pipeline, and here we will see the text acquisition, how to do the text acquisition, text pre-processing, and we have something called as text normalization, and we are going to do the text cleansing, and we are going to perform the stemming, and we are going to do the bag of words. This is called as, and we will do the vectorization. This we will do it with the TF IDF vectorizer, and we are going to perform word to vec, and there is something called as glow, and we are going to perform RNN, LSTM, and group. All these things will be done in the second part of your deep learning, guys. So usually deep learning will be divided into two parts. One is the computer vision. Second one is nothing but the NLP. Okay. These two are pretty important for us before entering into our like module 4, which is the generative AI. Okay. And here in the module 4, we will start from this point. Wherever we left it out over here, from here we are going to start it. So first, This is where you will see the generative AI. Okay. Now, okay. Now here, first we will start with what is sequential data. What is the actual sequential data? Then we are going to look at sequence to sequence model. What is this sequence to sequence model? And then this sequence to sequence model, many are there. Okay, in that we will start with the encoder and decoder. Encoder and decoder. And then we will do the attention mechanism. Okay, we will look at the attention mechanism. So see, whatever the drawbacks are there in the LSTM over here and group, and that will be covered in the sequence to sequence model, especially in encoder decoder. Okay, encoder decoder, this all comes under the sequence to sequence model only. So here, this is encoder decoder will have some drawbacks. That drawbacks are rectified in the attention mechanism. Okay, attention mechanism. And in this attention mechanism, there is some static vector will be formed, or static vector will be formed with the analyzing a particular word. So that will be a problem for us. So what we are going to do it is, we will come up with the self-attention over here. Okay. So these all are nothing but we are enhancing the things. Okay. Encoder decoder model, attention mechanism, self-attention. There is something called as multi-head attention. And there is a cross attention, cross-head attention. Okay. And after this, we will jump into a very, very important concept called as transformers. Okay. Now, see, they say that transformers are the reason why the evolution of generative AI. Okay. Transformers is the, now for transformers, you can say that the core component of the transformer is self-attention. Now, self-attention is having two types, that is, multi-head and cross attention. Okay, multi-head attention and cross-head attention. These two are the different versions of the self-attention. And, transformers are the ones which are evolution of the generative AI. Now, from here on, from the transformers, we are going to, just a minute, guys. Okay. After the transformers, we are going to look at the LLMs. Now, again, here, where we will see that is, here I will, after sequential data, before this, I'm going to give it as we are going to look at what is language models, or we can put it on over here only so that you will understand. Here, before transformers, I will give it what is the language models. Means what is exactly the language model will do. And here, there is something called as small language model. And then we will get into the LLMs, which is called as large language models. Okay. And we are going to see the different types of LLMs. And then we are going to look at the BERT and GPT. Okay. Now, this is like a connectivity. We are doing a connectivity over here. And easily, we are going to spend at least minimum 1 month on this. Okay. Here, where I said that, where here, from here only, I will extend the duration of the classes because this is our foundation. So once you are comfortable with these things, then you can play with the generative AI. That's for sure. Okay. So we are going to put from here, that is NLP. Here we are going to start with the like a detailed discussion on each and every concept. And along with the concept discussion, we are going to implement the things as well. We are going to implement all of them. And then here, this is how we are evolving our LLMs. Okay. Now, why it is important means, see, in this each and every architecture, you are going to look at the self-attention or multi-head attention or cross-attention. If you want to know this self-attention, multi-head or cross-attention, you should understand what is attention mechanism, how the attention mechanism came into the picture. Okay, so these all are pretty much important, guys. And this all, like, you know, you are putting a strong, very strong foundation. And after this, you know, we are going to look at the what is language model. We are going to the small language model and large language and types. Once we have done with this, then we are going to jump into the applications of generative AI. Like we are going to start with Hugging Face. Okay. And then we are going to look at the Chat GPT. And we are going to look at the Gemini. Okay. And then we will look at the prompt engineering. Okay. These are the things we are going to do. After this, okay, you know, then we will start building our what do you call it, as own generative LLMs. I'm going to create our own LLMs over here. So we are going to go with LangChain. We are going to start with LangChain. And then we are going to do the Llama. Llama. And then, 1 second, guys. Okay. This is like Llama. And here, okay, sorry for this. And I am having, we are going to learn the Ollama. Okay, Ollama is like you are getting the, it will help us to get the LLM into our local machines. Okay, And we have LangChain, Llama, Olama, and we are going to uh, implement the agentic AI with the help of RAG and LangGraph. Okay, we are going to do it with the LangGraph like this. Okay, this is our complete, of course, these all are implemented with the projects, end-to-end projects. We are going to do it. Now, usually you people will be having a doubt that how many projects we are going to do it. See, okay, here, from our deep learning with computer vision, when I want to implement the CNN, at least minimum like 3 to 4 like we are going to build up the models which can identify the objects. Okay, so this will be an end-to-end project. We are going to do it over here. And then over here, when I want to implement the RNN, LSTM, or group, then we are going to go with the, like, again, 3 to 4 projects. We are going to do it end to end, 3 to 4 projects. So we are going to do it like sentiment analysis or text summarization. All these end-to-end projects, we are going to do it over here. Okay, and when it comes down to your generative AI, even in the generative AI, we are going to cover all these things, and we are going to do it now. All these things, like, we are going to create our own LLM over here, and we are going to create our own agents which can go and perform their relevant task whichever been allocated for them. And you are going to create a local import the LLM, and you are going to do the fine tuning over there. All these things, the fine tuning, all these things, we are going to do it perfectly till. Okay, so this is how our entire journey of 100 days. Again, I'm saying it, this is only for the namesake, the 100 days. Just forget about that. And it will easily take 4 months, like 120 classes. Okay, 120 classes. You can take it as some 15 days here and there. You will be completing in the 120 classes. It says 20 classes more. Okay, because all these, when I want to implement it right away in front of you. Now, sharing the code, it doesn't make any sense. I will write the code right away in front of you. As I'm writing, I would encourage you to do the coding right away along with me. So it will take some time for writing these codes and all these things. And then we can go ahead and implement all these things, because then you will become perfect. See, again, the real coding will be over here in our deep learning. Here, when it comes to your generative AI, your coding will be like very less over here, because we are going to get the pre-trained models and we are going to implement that pre-trained models. So this is all about our, complete journey of generative AI. Okay. So do you have any queries, guys? So that we can jump into our core concepts and I can start explaining you. Anyone having any queries?
Yes, Srikanth. See, in the Gen AI, is there like a database so to use, right? Some like vector database or a Chroma DB.
Sorry?
In Gen AI, see, to store the data, we need to use this vector database and chroma db like these things, right?
So here we are going to use the matrix database, vector database. We usually call it as vector database. And we will use the vector database and we will train the model. Again, when you are using the generative AI, here you are going to get the model with the pre-trained. You are going to get the model with the pre-trained stuff. Okay. And if you want to train with your own data, then we are going to do the fine tuning. By using the Olama, we will get the model locally available locally, and then we are going to give it our data. Okay.
Suppose if you have any API keys, in that time, we need to use that API keys, right? That's,
Sorry.
some API keys we will be getting, right? Some GPT 4.0 or Gemini APIs.
Uh,
See, instead of installing this Llama and Olama in locally,
mhm.
we have the API keys, right? So in that time,
Problem with the API keys is when we will be doing the fine tuning. Yeah, we know when we will be doing the fine tuning.
that I'm not sure actually. See,
Yeah,
so done.
let me explain you. See, actually, when you are using the API keys, you are directly, accessing the LLMs. Whatever the LLMs are there, you are directly using it to your, you are getting that LLM and you are utilizing that one using your API keys. When you want these LLMs to be trained with your own data. Okay. Now, for example, you want an LLM and you want all the knowledge what the LLM has. And at the same time, now let me explain you. This is my LLM. Okay. This is my LLM. Usually LLM, how it will work is, it is provided with a very, very large volume of data. We are going to give it to this LLM. Again, guys who are very new to this, I know that you may not get this one. Let me explain this all step by step to you, not to worry about. Okay. Who are very new, who don't know anything, don't get scared. These all are the simple things what we are going to do it in the generative AI. Okay, and not to worry about. Again, I'm saying you. So this is my model, and to this model, I'm giving the data. Okay, and now I'm not doing this. See, usually, okay, let me explain it. So when we are having a model, now, what is a model means? This is nothing but a program. You can say it as this is nothing but a program. Model is a program. Okay. And this program, what I'll do it is, I will give it, sorry, 1 second. Okay. I will give the data. Now, this model, this is, we call it as model. Model will learn from this data. You can take it as like this, guys. This model is like a small kid. Okay. Or not a small kid, any person. Okay. Just keep it yourself only over here. Now, what you will be given is, you are given a lot of books over here. Let's take, you are going to appear the exam in next maybe 3 months. Obviously, now 3 months before, or maybe 6 months, 6 months before, we will not have much knowledge about our exam. We will not start preparation. That's a common thing what happens. But the same you, after like before 1 week of your exam, what will happen? You are going to become perfect with all the concepts by learning from the data. Now, this data may be books, this data may be videos, this data may be the websites, anything. The same way, this is a model. Model is just like you. You are given with a very, very, very large volume of data. Now, they will say that as they are giving the entire data what is present in the World Wide Web, WW, over the internet. So this model will learn from the entire data, whatever is there in the over the internet, it will learn. So this is learning with a very, very large volume of data. That's why it is called as large language model. Large language model. So what exactly happens over here is this is already trained with it. Now, what you are going to do it is, now you are having a business. Okay, let's take it. You are talking about Geo company, or maybe some Tata Motors company. Okay, now Tata Motors will have a lot of customer data with them. Now that customer data is not available over the internet. Obviously, it is not available. It's a very confidential. So this LLM will not learn, not have the knowledge about the customer base. So what we are going to do it is, if you want to use all these features, then we are going to use the API and get connected this LLM to my application. Directly, I will use my application. To my application, I will take the features of this LLM through API. Whatever the knowledge is there, that knowledge, I will use it in my application. That is how the API key is used. Now, what exactly the OLAMA is done, it will do it is, see, when this LLM is there, this LLM knowledge I wanted completely, along with my customer details also, I want it to learn. I want it to learn with my customer details as well as the complete knowledge what it has over here. Then what I will do it is, already it is trained, right? It is trained with this. This is called as pre-trained model. Okay, this is called as a pre-trained. Already it is trained. Now what I'm going to do it is, I want to train it with my own customer base with this. So when I want to train with my own customer base, there is a risk that this customer base will be directly, if I'm training this one, it will be available for all the people. My customer details will be completely exposed to all the people over the internet. So that is the reason why what I'll do it is, I will get this locally available. I will get this one locally available. And then what we are going to do it is, we are going to train with our customer base. This second time training, what I will call it as fine tuning. We call it as fine tuning. And because as it is not available over the internet, so our customer data is available for only secured people. Okay, not to the all the people or all unauthorized people over the internet. only for the some people only it is available. So this is the advantage of the OLERN. Okay. Now, let's get into the core concepts, like basic concepts of the data science. See, here, let's talk about, see, usually data science, okay, data science, AI, and there's a lot of confusion will be there with this terminology. So let me explain you. See, okay, data science consists of four major concepts. Okay, first one is artificial intelligence. Second one is machine learning. Next one is deep learning. Okay, and last one is generative AI. Okay, and there is a one more concept which is internally a part of generative AI. We call it as agentic AI. Okay, now this is in the market from past 6 to 8 months, and this is in the market from past, you can say it as 8 years or so, 5 to 8 years in between that. And deep learning, extensively deep learning is in the market from past 20 years. And machine learning, this all we will learn it about this. Okay, so this is the core components of your data sets. Okay, these are some of the core components of the data sets. Okay, now usually the people get confused. What is artificial intelligence? What is a machine learning? What is deep learning? I'm going to explain. Okay, now what is the prerequisites of artificial intelligence? Okay, now first thing is you require a programming knowledge. Programming knowledge. Now, instead of this, I will say it as generative AI, because our core is Gen AI, right? So AI, artificial intelligence with Gen AI. Okay. So we require a programming. Okay. And then you should have some domain knowledge. Domain knowledge. And you should have some statistics. Now, again, statistics means don't look into the statistics as if like, you know, from the your academic prospects. Here we are going to learn it as per our requirement. That's it. And here, one more thing we require is deep learning, like computer vision and natural language processing. Okay. Now, these are the now you should understand one thing over here, guys. Now, our AI, usually AI can be implemented with the multiple languages. Okay. You can use the Python, R, Julia, and like you have Lisp, and you are having something called as Rust, all these things, including the Java. I will remove the Rust. I will give it as Java because it's getting beyond this. Okay. These are the, now there is no particular a specific language we have to, that's not mandatory. Now you can go with Python, you can go with Lisp, you can go with Java, you can go with R. Now the best one to use it is Python. Now, why we have to use the Python means it is very, very compatible. Now, what do you mean by that is, see, compatible means it is like, you know, when you are doing with the coding with the Python, see, all the complexity of the coding will be taken care by your Python. You don't need to worry about the complex coding over there. Everything will be taken care by your Python. Okay. Now, again, you may say that I may go with the R or Julia. It's up to you. Some of the clients or some of the companies specifically, they will be asking with the R. R is very easy, guys, but it's not so powerful as that of your Python. You can't do all the things in the R. Of course, it is pretty easy as that of Python. Now, Python beauty is it is very, very easy to write the code. It's very simple and very easy to learn and write the code. At the same time, it is very, very powerful. It's very powerful. Okay, so that is the advantage. Now, what is the domain knowledge is? Domain knowledge means it is the industry knowledge. Industry knowledge. See, suppose now you are passed out in 2018. Just say it like 6 years back or 8 years back, you passed out. Okay. Now you have been working in a company like or in bank. You have been working over these years. You have been working in the bank. Okay. Now the bank is your domain. You have been working in the bank, right? The knowledge what you gained is called as the domain knowledge. The banking is your domain. Suppose if you are working in the like Amazon or Flipkart or something like that, then your domain is e-commerce. Okay. And if you are working in the big malls, okay, big malls or big supermarkets or something like that, then you are where directly the customers are being interacting, that is called as retail domain. Okay, so domain is nothing but the industry knowledge. Now you must have heard about in data science, the other people, that is the people from the other industry, are welcome. They are most welcome to come down. Why? Because of this domain knowledge. Because they will be having the very good domain knowledge. So that domain knowledge will be very, very useful for us in our AI. Okay. So that's the reason why they will be inviting the people over here. Now, as I told you, statistics, right? Statistics is nothing but it is specially used to identify or do the cleansing of the data. See, actually, AI, ML, DL, or Gen AI All these things are, you know, data dependent. They all are data dependent. They require data. Without data, they can't do anything. Even though if you take the latest one, you can't do it anything without data. So when you give the data, the model will learn from the data. I'm going to explain you the core mechanism. So you will understand in a much better. Okay. So this is data. So this data consists of errors. This consists of errors. These errors are identified by using the statistics mechanisms. There are some statistics formulas are there. We are going to use them, and we are like Z-score is there, IQR is there. We are going to try to use them, and we are going to remove these errors. Identify the errors, and later on we can remove. Now, for generative AI, as I told you, the computer vision and natural language processing are very, very important. Okay, because the prerequisites of this one is very important for us, and we are going to use their prerequisites, and we can. Now, this is what is called as prerequisites requirement over here. Okay, now let's get into the basic, very much core concept of data science. First, we will see that what is data science. Now, data science consists of AI, ML, DL, and all these things. We are going to see them one after the other. So, see the core. Let's see the core mechanism of your, I will put it on over here. Core mechanism of AI, ML, DL, and Gen AI. All these things I'm talking about. So you can just keep it as AI, core mechanism of the artificial. Now, artificial intelligence is implemented with the AI, ML, DL, and all this. ML, DL, and generative. Now, we will see. Core mechanism means, see, just now I told you, we are going to create a model, or we will say that we are going to get the data. This is our data. Let's say that. Now I'm showing it. This is the core mechanism. Whatever you are doing, ML, DL, generative AI, agentic AI, all these things, this is the mechanism we are going to follow. Okay. So this is my data. Okay. And as I told you, this data has the errors. These errors are removed from using the statistics. Now, I'm not going to remove it. I will identify using the statistics, and later on we can remove it with this. Okay. Now, that is data. And here, what we are going to do it is, this data will be in the pure form. This data, I'm going to give it to my model. Okay, we are talking about the model over here. So I'm going to give it this data to the model over here, like this. Now, as I told you, what is this model means? We usually call it as model. What do you mean by model means? This is nothing but a program. You are writing a program based on the algorithm. Okay, you are going to write the program based on the algorithm. Now, again, the people who knows about algorithm, that's fine. But immediately, what is this algorithm? program is okay. It is a program which we will write it. It is set of instructions. What is given to the computer? What is algorithm? See, if you take maths, maths deals with numbers and it has a formula. Okay. Now, the same maths is having a branch that is called as statistics. Okay. And this statistics, what it will do, it will deal with the data and it also has the formula. Now here, when you look at this, directly numbers are there. We are going to directly implement the formula on the numbers. That's what we are going to do. Now, in this case, the data will be there. This data, we are going to implement the formula on this data. So if you want to implement the formula on the data, we have to do some pre-processing steps. Okay, some steps will be there. So these steps is pretty mandatory before implementing the formula. Okay, now this step-by-step process of implementing the formula, statistical formula on the data is called as algorithm. This is a definition, you will find it. A step-by-step process of implementing statistical formula on the data, we call it as algorithm. Or in a simple way, statistical formula is nothing but the algorithm. If you want to remember like this formula, we will call it as formula. The statistical formula is called as algorithm. Anything you can say. Okay. So here we are going to write the program based on the algorithm. Okay. We are going to write the program based on the algorithm. Okay. Now, once you give the data, now this model as it is built based on the algorithm, so this will learn from the data. It will learn from the data. In other words, it will become intelligent. Okay, it will learn from the data and it will become intelligent. And this one, okay, this one, whatever model is there, it learned from this data, right? Now, based on this data, you ask the question. Based on this data, you ask the question, it will give you the answer. Simple. That's the way it will work. Now, this data, this is a small volume of this. For example, let's take it, this data is a stock price. Okay, stock price of a particular, a stock price of a particular stock. Like, let's take it as, Tata Motors. Now, what we are going to do it is, we are going to get the past 5 years data. 5 years data, and I will give it to this one. Now, it will learn from the data, and you ask a question like, what will be the stock price of Tata Motors in next 6 months or next 1 year? Okay, what will be the stock price of your Tata Motors in next 1 year? Then what happens is, this will give you the answer because it is learned from this. It will give you the answer. Got it? Now, if you are going to deal with the same model and you gave the cancer data. Okay, you are going to give the cancer data. So what will happen is, the model will learn from the cancer data. And tomorrow you ask a question that whether any person or any patient is having the cancer or not. It will recognize in a very, very early stage. Very early stage, it will recognize. This is how your core mechanism of your AI, artificial intelligence. Now, the same picture I showed you just now, like if my data is there, this is my model, and this is my data. Okay, this is my data. This data is nothing but I'm getting the entire data what is present in the World Wide Web, that is over the internet. And I'm giving this data to this model. And this model will learn from this data. And it will become intelligent. And you ask a question, anything over the internet, it will give you the answer. Now, this is nothing but your ChatGPT or Gemini or DeepSeek, anything. This is how you are, the core, the concept is same. There is nothing different will be there. The concept is same. But only thing is that the size of the data and the resource, like the model structure will be changed. I mean, says, what do you mean by structure means? Like, the internal resources of the model, like their processing speed, all these things will be changed. But the concept is same. Your entire data science or entire artificial intelligence follow the same concept. That is, you have the model and you will give the data to the model, and model will learn from the data, and you will ask a question and it will give you the answer. Now, the real challenge is over here is the model, making the model understand the data perfectly. That is what the real challenge is. That is what you will face in the NLP or, computer vision or generative AI. That is what is a real challenge for us. So this is the way you are going to give it. This is the core, very much core component of the your artificial intelligence. So if you are, until and unless, guys, there is a concept called as reinforcement learning. Okay. The reinforcement learning is still in a very, very early stage. It is not in a advanced stage. It is early stage. Only in the once the reinforcement learning comes into the picture, then only you can say it as, our data is not required. It will, the model will learn from its own experience. That I will explain you in the future. In this demo series, I'm going to explain you about the reinforcement learning also. So this is the core mechanism of your artificial intelligence. And this artificial intelligence is being implemented with the ML, DL, and generative. Okay, artificial intelligence is the concept. Now, I'm going to explain about the artificial intelligence also, but it is a concept. And this concept, we are going to implement it with the help of, ML, DL, and generative. Okay, so that is what, guys. Now, I will stop it over here. I will not take much time. It's already 11 o'clock. So tomorrow we are going to meet. And from here, I will continue in the advancement. We will see what is AI, what is ML, what is DL, what is generative AI, and what is their relationship. And then we will move into the life cycle of artificial intelligence. Okay? Any queries, please? Any questions? Any queries?
Yeah, Arjun, one query. Actually, I'm from automation background, so how it will help me in my current automation roles or other in future things? If I learn Gen AI, then how it will help me?
Um, 1 second. Ame. I'm going to show you in the future, like how we are going to do the project. Okay, in the future means over this demo series, I'm going to explain you how we are going to do the project and which one we are going to do it. Okay, now every time there will be a new projects. It's not that only one set of project I'm going to get it and I'm going to repeatedly do it. Okay, as we move forward, I will show you the demo of the project also. Okay, is it clear?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's fine.
Yeah. Uh, yeah. You are asking something. I'm really sorry. That person was continuously putting that, the question. So I have to answer that. Yeah. You are saying that you are from automation,
Yes, correct, correct.
Abhishek Gupta.
Yes, yes,
Automation, in a sense, automation testing.
yes. Automation testing.
So which one you are doing it?
Currently, I'm working on Cypress. So how it would help Gen AI in for future roles as generative AI is a I think everyone is saying is future. So how it will help us in testing
See,
or
one thing, now it depends. See, you want to stick to your automation and you want, how many years experience you have it, please?
I have around 10 years.
Okay. So it depends, like you want to stick to your automation role and you want to implement the Gen AI or artificial intelligence, then it will look different. No, you want to transform your career from the testing to the AI professional, then it will be difficult. So I will give you both the answers. See, if you want to become an, you want to stick to your core testing and you want to implement the generative. See, one thing you have to understand, you know it, you are a senior professional. See, any application which is built has to be tested. Okay, without testing, we can't move forward. So the same case with the AI applications. So when you want to test an AI application, okay, you should have the knowledge about the AI. Okay, how the process goes, not in depth, but at least you should know the basic understanding what is happening over there and how the process will go. So this is how the you can implement the, like for example, I explained you about the fine tuning. I explained you about the fine tuning. Now, if I give you a model and I will ask you to test it, now I want to automate it, then you should understand the core mechanism, how it is going on. Otherwise, you can't just do it automatically. Manually, it's something else. But automation means, again, you should understand the actual functionality of that particular application. Now, that is what is the where you will be having a edge over the other professionals. Where you are already trained, you will understand end-to-end mechanism, and then you are the preferable person to hire for the testing and Gen AI applications or the AI applications. First thing. Second is, no, you want to transform your career means, yes, you can transform it. Now, you have been working in your field of automation testing. The only thing is that you have to mention it saying that from past 2 to 3 years, you have been working on the Gen AI as per the requirement. I shifted from my core mechanism to the Gen AI. I trained myself, and as there was an opportunity, I shifted internally, and then I became a Gen AI professional. This is the other. Now, which one you want to go with? Again, you may get a doubt that if I give it 2 years, then can I justify? You don't keep that one in the mind. You will be well after completion of this. You will be really handy professional on the Gen AI. Okay.
Yeah, Arjun, thank you.
Thanks a lot, Abhishek. Any more questions, please? Okay, I'm taking it as no. So I will stop the session over here, and we will continue with the AI tomorrow. And then I will explain you the complete relationship between AI, ML, DL, and Gen AI and agentic AI, so that you will get a complete understanding of the picture. Okay, and then we will go with the how the project is implemented, what are the steps involved in implementation of this project. And I will also show you the how to create a model where the Python, even though we are writing with the Python, even though you don't know anything, any coding, you never touch the coding also, you will understand the concept, what I am saying over there. So with that, it will be pretty easy. Okay. So I will stop it over here, and we will meet tomorrow, and we will continue with the things. Thank you very much, guys. I'm ending up the session. Thanks.